Last week you submitted your main topic, subtopics, and roles for your group project. This week it is time to start in on creating your rough draft for your group wiki. In order to do that, there are a couple of steps that need to be taken. There's one person who needs to do this for your group. It might be your group leader, or you can ask somebody else within the group to do that. When you are looking at your group page, you will see the group tools. You'll need to click on Group Wiki. This will end up being your main site for the group wiki. For name, you will want to put the topic that you chose, the main topic. So for this, I'm going to put small group communication. And then this page will end up being your introduction. So you can just type introduction for now. This can be done later in the project. It does not need to be completed at this moment. After you click submit, this is what your group wiki will look like. You can always go back and edit this information. So if you've made a mistake on the heading, on the title, or when you're ready to add to the information for your introduction. So you'll notice that you have a menu to the right, and then each page will show up on the left. So the next thing you need to do is create your wiki pages within the main wiki for the different subtopics that you chose. Now, the way that the subtopics are organized on Blackboard is that they come up alphabetically. So in order to make sure that it's in the order that you want it to be, I suggest putting a number 1, number 2, number 3, so forth as you put in your subtopics. And then you can put whatever your subtopic is or the person's name. The topic that the person is covering is usually a good thing to put in here. But you can always go back and change this. So just to get it set up, you could put each person's name in here to cue them to where they need to do their editing. So this would be Sarah's subtopic. And then you would just continue on creating these different wiki pages. And again, this doesn't need to be perfect when you're creating it. It just needs to be set up so that everybody can get in and do their own editing. So I'm adding in a cumulative works cited because that is something that each of you will need to have for your group projects. Now, you'll notice that if I hadn't put 1, 2, 3 in front, this would have gone in alphabetical order, so this would have popped to the top of the list here. So that's why I suggest putting these numbers here. So again, these are menus that you can click on to get to the different topics within the group wiki. When you need to edit, you use the arrow on the right-hand side, click edit, and then you'll be in to make changes within the wiki. So for this week, you are just making the rough draft of your individual subtopic pages. You do not have to have the introduction or the cumulative works cited done for the due date of the rough draft, just the subtopics. Please keep in mind if you do not submit a rough draft for the wiki on the due date that is published in the handout, you will be removed from the group and you will not be able to participate in the rest of the project. The reason that I have it set up like this is because after rough drafts are submitted, your group will take some time to do editing within the group page. And if there are pages that have not been uploaded or submitted, it is difficult for the rest of the group to complete the project. So that is why I have that rule in place. If you have questions or concerns regarding that rule, please let me know. Keep in mind that for your individual page, you need to have a works cited, and then before you submit the final wiki, you will need to have a cumulative works cited where everybody's references are put together. You also need to have outside sources within your rough draft. So that means that you are using other articles, These can be scholarly articles, websites, different areas that you find that talk about the topic that you have chosen. I would also like to see visual representation of this as well. So that could be a video, it could be some sort of interactive, I don't know, you can be creative with that, some sort of interactive way that you share your topic. You could have pictures. I just want it to be exciting to look at visually when we look at your wiki. So right now you are just working on the rough draft. You can always add in other things as we move forward with the project. If you have any questions or concerns, please make sure that you check in with your group first. You have the discussion board where you can talk to each other. So keep in mind that you have these different tools at your disposal. So you can set up tasks. You have your discussion board where you can set up a place to discuss. Collaborate is another place that you can chat in person, through online video, or you can use Zoom or Google Hangouts or different things like that. If you cannot figure out the answer to your question within your group, please make sure that you have your group leader email me and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great spring break and let me know if you have any concerns. Bye.